Here we go. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, I'm just going to have a very, very quick, brief conversation with you about something that's actually quite important. Now, if you watch Pokemon investment content for entertainment, fantastic. Watch whoever you like, watch whatever you like, believe whatever you want. However, if you're somebody who's serious about making investments and take Pokemon investing quite seriously, as I do, then my number one piece of advice to you, and take it or leave it. I mean, I am a very small channel. So because I am a small channel, for some reason, I have no right, apparently, to critique people's takes on how to invest and what to invest in. I mean, that's all subjective. But when people claim certain price movements and certain predictions, but don't really back that up with anything objective or factual, then in that case, I will speak and no one will stop me. And if you like it, great. And if you don't like it, great. You don't have to watch, you don't have to subscribe, you don't have to like. But if you do, make sure you slap that like button and feel free to subscribe or unsubscribe if you want. So what is the point of this video today? And that is, the longer I spend time in this hobby, the more I realize that some people just lack critical thinking. And a lot of people are just here for entertainment. So the purpose of my channel is to give you as much factual information as I can without being subjective. And of course, there is a lot of subjectivity when it comes to investments, because we all know that you can't predict the future price movement of any asset class, let alone collectibles like Pokemon cards. And apparently most people already know this, but they still watch and listen to people giving predictions on pricing, on booster boxes, on different products. But the reality is none of us know. And if we know, then why watch it? And that brings me back to what I said earlier. Perhaps a lot of people just watch for the entertainment value. But when people pose as experts or experienced in this field, and then don't give any objective data to back up, or objective models or plans or strategy, who also, by the way, will charge you a membership fee for the privilege of getting their advice, however much that might be, $2, $5, $50. And when it gets to that point where that person is giving you personalized investment advice but charging you, that's when you should really be critical thinkers. Every single one of you needs to be a critical thinker when you're going to part with your cash. Now, if somebody was to put out content for free and not charge you for the privilege of giving you personalized one-to-one investment advice, which, by the way, is very questionable, because I would ask, how are you qualified to predict anything? In that case, and in that scenario, you must be critical. You must ask questions of these people, because people with bigger platforms, as much as they might not think about this, they have a duty of care to people that are watching them, because a lot of people watching them will make decisions themselves, financial decisions, based on what they're being told, based on the predictions. And the reality of the matter is, as I said before, nobody can predict anything. So if we can't predict anything, and we all are aware of it, why do we consume that content? And B, why do some creators create that content? That's the real question. Is it for views? Is it for clicks? Is it for money? Is it to get people to subscribe to their paid service, their memberships? It's all fine. I mean, I've been in business for 20 years, and I understand that, you need to make money, you need to make the hobby work for you. I got into Pokemon, and I started making content because at some point in the future, perhaps there is something on the horizon where I offer a service or offer people the ability to buy things at good prices, um, which will benefit them. So I'm not ruling out the idea of me doing that. But we as creators have a responsibility to put out information that is succinct, it's objective, especially when it comes to investment, money, and finance. Okay. Some people might get the wrong end of the stick and think that when I make videos about certain creators or take people's names, who, by the way, put out this content themselves and put themselves online with tens of thousands of subscribers, and then I'll get negativity thrown towards me because I'm critical of them and their method, not the person, not the character, but the method. And it's just strange how people will happily consume all of that without questioning, using critical thinking to ask, how has this person come to this conclusion? Do I just like this person so everything they say makes sense and is great and it's of great value? Or should I take a step back and think about this and ask the question? Because I believe, as somebody with a lot of followers online, people attach themselves to characters, to personalities, and we can deny it all we want, but the truth is that people will follow what these people have to say, what popular people have to say. Now, I might have a huge channel in the future, I might not. Some people might connect with what I have to say, and some people will not. That's natural. But I'd like to think that when I put something out, it does not have the potential to be detrimental to somebody in the future. Now, I'm not saying people will put out content knowingly that it will cause detriment to those people watching, but that doesn't take away from the fact that that can sometimes and does happen. Okay. Now, coming back to predicting, this is the issue because we have markets that are way more established that we know of: the stock market, bonds, the real estate, commodities, precious metals. There's a bunch of different things, right? There are people who are experts on these asset classes that have existed for 3, 4, 5 times longer than Pokemon has, that still can't accurately predict anything. And qualified people, by the way, who have spent time at investment banks, financial advisors, the list goes on. So we would question them. Why wouldn't we question somebody in the space that claims to be an expert, or at least presents as an expert, and just take their word for it? Again, if it's for entertainment, great, go ahead and do that. And if it's not, if you're actually taking it seriously, because a lot of people do, it's a strange phenomenon because online, people do follow personalities and they will do and make decisions, serious life-changing financial decisions based on these personalities, who, by the way, most of the time in the Pokemon space aren't even qualified, myself included. This is why I don't make predictions. So it might seem like a rant. I know that investment space is huge. I would ask, why are they making this content? Why are they putting predictions out when there's no way to objectively back that up? Okay, because nobody knows. I've taken people's names. I've critiqued, and my content isn't just critiquing anybody and everybody for the sake of it. I don't jump onto drama. Like, I don't. If I wanted this to be a drama channel, I would have talked about the PSA, the recent PSA grading issues that they had with authentication signatures, and I would have spoken about the young boy who stole cards and his dad was there, and a bunch of other scandals that are going on. You watch Rattle Pokemon's videos, or Possum Bud's videos, or Rock Sandy's videos. These are all great guys, by the way. I like them all. But question yourself, and especially if somebody's charging you for their precious time, they're taking your dollars and your pounds and your euros to give you personalized investment advice, then there is obviously a duty of care there. And there's a conflict of interest as well. So in that scenario, I would say you need to apply critical thinking and don't take everything at surface value. You need to dig a little deeper. Because as I said, there are asset classes that are way more established and mature than Pokemon that can't be accurately predicted. So why take some random YouTubers, including my own perspective? You can be critical of me. But like I said, I'm not here for the cloud, because if I was and I wanted drama and I was attacking larger channels for cloud, then I would have jumped on whatever's on the trend right now. And I made a few videos, and I will always speak about the stuff that is important to me and that I think and I feel I need to talk on. I've spoken about OKJ Love, and I've had conversations with him privately. If anybody doesn't believe me, I was critical of him, very critical of him. In fact, even more critical of J Love than I've been of Pokeoz, in my opinion. And we've had offline conversations, and it's been great. We've had, and he's a good guy. And again, Michael Pokeoz, he's a good guy. I'm sure he's a great person. But, you need to think about, and this is not just about him. There's loads of channels. So I would say always question, how did they get to their conclusion on that matter, on that price? Because it just can't be predicted. It's impossible. Too many variables, mathematically, financially, if you look at sentiment as well, sentiment changes. A set could be worth, I don't know, the top 10 chase cards of a set could be worth 1,000 today. It could be 500 tomorrow. What happens then? How do we then account for that? So these are the kind of things I think are important that people need to think about and take on board. Anyway, I don't want this to turn into a huge, big rant, because it's not. This is just me putting this out there to make people understand that, if you take this seriously, be more critical. If it's just entertainment, that's fine. And then if it's just entertainment, then why are you so serious about it? Why, take it so deeply or to heart when somebody's critical of somebody else? If somebody has allowed their opinion to say what they think will happen with price predictions in the future, then I'm allowed my opinion to speak on that topic as well, without being, without personally attacking that person. I'm not attacking people's characters. I'm attacking their methods. And that's where this is very, very important. Nuance is very, very important. So that's it, guys. If you did like the content, make sure you slap that like button as always. Subscribe if you like. If you don't, if you connect with me, as I said to you, I'm not here for clout. I'm here for friends, right? Now, people that will like and understand what I say will subscribe, and those who don't, they won't, or they'll unsubscribe, and that's fine. I want people that actually understand where I'm coming from, in my opinion, to watch my videos. People that don't agree with it, that's fine. You can still watch it. But actually, I'm here for the people that understand the point, the perspective I'm coming from. Because unfortunately, online these days, people will follow anybody and everybody, So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that video. More to come. I'm going to do one on Pokemon Japanese 151 soon. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel, slap that like button, and I'll catch you soon. Bye. Oh boy.